अच्छा सीन ये कि देखो, before you start the study, right, you need to know कि every study is unique, and obviously they are unique जब भी तुम्हारे syllabus में included है, otherwise they would not be. So every study has a theme, right? Every has study has like a unique phenomena behind it, right? So तुम्हें पढ़ना इस तरह होगा, सबसे पहले you need to understand the theory, ये theory के what angle or what theory is gonna study, right? And this is very very important क्योंकि if you have the black book, is वो सारा background के अंदर लिखा होगा, right? And it's gonna be mixed up in the with the background. They don't tell the background separately, then the theory separately. However, the Oxford book के अंदर theory बिल्कुल अलग अलग तरीके से separately mention होता है, right? And अमूमन तौर पे you have the question in AS Psychology paper 1 कि they ask this very particular question: describe the psychology being studied in XYZ study. I repeat again, describe the psychology being studied in this XYZ study. So basically, what they mean by this question when they ask describe the psychology, they mean what is the theory that is being checked out in this study, right? So her study के पीछे में theory समझनी होगी. Number two, whenever you're studying any chapter of psychology, right, always have this in mind. आइडेंटिफाई की कौन सा अप्रोच क्या है. यू नो दिस इज अ बायोलॉजिकल अप्रोच, सही है. अब बायोलॉजिकल अप्रोच का अजम्पशन तुम्हें याद होना चाहिए, साइड पे खोल लेना जो हमने पिछली दफा डिस्कस किया था, ठीक है. एंड यू नीड टू फाइंड आउट कि हाउ whatever that we're doing, right, how does it fit under the assumption of biological approaches, right? How does it validate that sentence that we came up with when we were writing assumptions? The thought, feelings, and behaviors are influenced by biological factors, and individual differences can be explained due to biological differences in biological factors. To get, so you need to find out how these two sentences relate in this chapter as well. So coming on to the theory, coming on to the background, right? This was I think 19 what 50s. मुझे नहीं पता यार. बहुत पुरानी research है, right? So this may make this may make sense, common sense to you, लेकिन उस वक्त नहीं था. And even though it is common sense, you don't need to prove things. लेकिन psychology के अंदर, if you need it to be a fact, you need to conduct an experiment and needed to prove it through a result. So basically, we're gonna study the emotions, right? Uh, so basically होता क्या था कि you have this external stimulus, right? For example, it could be any situation, and because of the situation your body will produce a physiological reaction, ठीक है. For example, someone holds a gun to your head, you will have a fast heartbeat, ठीक है. And that's fine, this is complete common sense. अब होता क्या है, after this happens, right, and this is always a matter of split seconds, so iske baad the next stage that your body or your mind is going to do is understand what is exactly the situation, right? I have a gun to my head and my heartbeat is racing fast, right? So you will need to understand the situation. Okay, why is my heartbeat beating fast? So you're going to process the information, you're going to process the situation, and once you understand what is the situation, then you're going to produce an emotion, right? So it's like this: someone can have a gun to your head, and you're going to have a fast heartbeat, okay? And that means that tum danger mein ho, and you're going to get scared, right? That's the emotion, scared. So you could be in a roller coaster, okay, and you're still gonna have a fast heartbeat. So different situations can produce the same physiological responses. Lekin, your understanding of the roller coaster ride would be something else as compared to someone holding a gun to your head. So in the roller coaster situation, your emotion is gonna be different. So what I'm saying is you could have the same type of physiological reactions in multiple settings, लेकिन your emotions will differ based on those situations, क्योंकि you will be able to figure out कि इस situation में क्या emotion दिखाना चाहिए, मुझे इस situation में क्या emotion दिखाना चाहिए. So the emotions can be due to this: what evaluation or what do you think the situation is. If you think the situation is good, emotion alag aega. If you think the situation is bad, emotion alag aega, right? सो फिजियोलॉजिकल रिएक्शन का कोर्स तुम्हें समझना होता है कि व्हाट इज दिस फिजियोलॉजिकल रिएक्शन बीइंग कॉज्ड बाय, ठीक है, एंड वो यहाँ पे होता है. दिस इज हियर यू फाइंड आउट कि किस चीज की वजह से आई एम फीलिंग माई बॉडी इज डूइंग दिस. सो दैट्स टू फैक्टर थ्योरी ऑफ इमोशन. अभी हम इन डेप्थ में पढ़ेंगे, बट दिस इज बेसिकली द साइकोलॉजी दैट वी आर स्टडिंग, ठीक है. सो इससे पहले देयर वर मेनी 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 मल्टीपल क्या कहते हैं philosophical aspects when people try to explain कि emotion किस तरह आता है. One person said कि you know what, uh, you will have an external stimulus. For example, a person seeing that the car is coming towards him, that the external stimulus or the situation के बाद my body physiological arousal देगा, and physiological arousal देने के बाद you're gonna get scared, ठीक है. Canon Bard कहता है कि you know what, this is not a separate process. As soon as you see an external stimulus, right, at the same time your body will produce a physiological reaction, and at the same time your body will get scared, right. So Canbart कहता है कि these things happen simultaneously. James Lang कहता है कि पहले वो होगा external stimulus, फिर physiological reaction आएगा, फिर emotion आएगा. So we're gonna ignore Cannon-Bard. We're gonna build upon James Lang's theory, because we have agreed on the sequence of events that James Lang has proposed. But only difference that we're gonna do in James Lang theory is that James Lang की theory का जो ये ना जो फिजियोलॉजिकल रिएक्शन होता है, उसके साथ हम एक और कंपोनेंट डाल देंगे, दैट इज द कॉग्निटिव अप्रेजल, as in figuring out what the situation means. So the figuring out what the situation means is the orange box. So according to Singer and Sacher, जो research कर रहे हैं, what they're saying, the external stimulus आएगा and your body is gonna produce some physiological arousal. And while your body is getting aroused, at that same time, simultaneously, you're gonna be figuring out, okay, why is my body reacting this way? And once you find out the reason, you're gonna show an appropriate emotional response. So that's the entire two-factor theory in a nutshell. So this is it, and it is based upon the James Lang theory, लेकिन we added additional component, right? इतना कोई अभी तक कोई मसला? सही है. uh this is Fazul. All right. Yeah. So these are type of questions. अच्छा, ये जो साक्षर सिंगर की study है, this was, as I said, it's an old study. It was in the 9/6 9/8 syllabus as well. When I was studying psychology A levels, तो उस जमाने की चल रही है. So this is the question that they're asking. Yeah. Describe the psychology. अच्छा, यहाँ पे describe the psychological theory लिखा हुआ है, or sometimes they change the words as in describe the psychology being studied in Sacher and Singer. So they can have different wordings, but they all mean the same thing. भाई यहाँ पे कौन सी theory check हो रही है वो मुझे बताओ. So यहाँ पे basically तुम्हें two factor theory of emotion के बारे में बताना पड़ेगा कि यहाँ पे क्या है. So how do you put two factor theory of emotion in wordings, वो अलग बात है, ठीक है. तुम्हें बताना पड़ेगा कि भाई two factor theory of emotion is being क्या कहते हैं investigated, in which according to Singer, Sacher and Singer, that when a person encounters external stimuli, their body will produce a physiological reaction, and at the same time, they are going to perform a cognitive appraisal, in which they are going to क्या कहते हैं figure out, or they're going to interpret the situation, and then when they interpret the situation, they will know what emotion they need to assign to that situation, right? So this is all that stuff taken out लंबा चौड़ा करके. So this is a two factor theory of motion, ठीक है ना. ये तुम्हें बाकायदा याद रखने के डिस्क्राइब द साइकोलॉजी के अंदर मतलब क्या है. सो इट कुड बी मिलग्राम के अंदर कुछ और साइकोलॉजी का तुम आंसर दोगे, ठीक है ना. तो हर स्टडी के हिसाब से अलग होगा, बट दिस इज व्हाट द थ्योरी मीन, दिस इज व्हाट द थ्योरी इज फॉर साशर सिंगर स्पेसिफिकली. अच्छा, मूविंग ऑन, राइट. सो now see, this is the model they proposed. अब अभी तक confirm नहीं हो कि this is true or not, right? So this is the idea that they proposed, and they want to find out whether this idea is true or नहीं. So obviously they want to conduct an experiment. So in the experiment they want to find out whether two-factor theory of emotion is valid or not, ठीक है. लेकिन that is the general aim. इसके अलावा कोई specific aims भी होंगे, ठीक है. So ये book की wordings है, right? I have summarized this into easier words, but if you want to quote it in the exams, तो तुम्हें book की wordings लिखना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि how I wrote is a bit informal. ठीक है ना? The first aim, other than the general aim to find out two-factor theory of emotion, इसके अलावा you need to find out कि जो cognitive appraisal वाला scene होता है ना, कि figuring out what the situation is. ठीक है ना? So you need to find out what role does it play. ठीक है ना? Uh, when you wanna feel an emotion. So does the cognitive appraisal wala scene contribute to emotion in any way when you are aroused or not? Okay. So basically when you're aroused, when your body reacts, you don't know why your body is reacting this way. So you want to know, okay, why your body is reacting this way. So you want to find out, okay, how cognitive appraisal, yeah, how cognitive processes uh, help you in recognizing what emotion you're supposed to feel. So you want to find that out. Also, ठीक है, if you know कि why are you feeling this way, ठीक है ना, now तुम्हारा cognitive appraisal हो चुका है, so will you use that cognitive appraisal in finding out what emotion you're supposed to feel in the presence of physiological arousal? So so when you have the answer of why are you feeling this way, will you use that answer to figure out तुम्हें कौन सा emotion महसूस करना चाहिए when you are physiologically aroused? ठीक है, अच्छा, and the last one, ठीक है, alright, and क्या है ये situation based on physical बंदो cognitive elements, uh, reaction emotions based on physiological even though the cognitive elements of the situation, अच्छा, so basically will you, ठीक है ना, as a person, ठीक है ना, will your emotions, right, will your emotions reaction will be क्या कहते हैं, uh, so when you know why you're feeling a certain way, right, can you consciously ignore it and choose to feel some other emotion consciously? For example, when someone gives you a present, right, and your heart is gonna beat fast because you're excited. अब तुम्हें पता है your heart is beating fast because you're excited, right? Now, knowing this, can you consciously suppress the idea कि तुम्हारा हार्ट बीट जो तेज हो रहा है वो प्रेजेंट की वजह से हो रहा है? And when someone gives you a present, can you on purpose, you consciously choose to act scared or not? We want to find this out. So basically we're saying in fancy languages that can you on purpose change the way you feel even though you know the reason of why you're feeling a certain way? So can you consciously change your emotion? Yeah, nahi. So that's what we want to find out. ठीक है ना? तो ये लोग इस जनरल एम के अलावा ना, दे डू आस्क कि भाई सार्चर सिंगर की स्टडी के अंदर एम क्या था. सो आई वुड सजेस्ट कि यार ये पहले दो वाले याद रखो, राइट? दे डू आस्क द एम्स, ठीक है, यहाँ पे पूछा हुआ डिस्क्राइब टू एम्स ऑफ द स्टडी, राइट? सो इफ यू राइट द टू फैक्टर थ्योरी ऑफ मोशन, राइट, it is going to be valid. They can, you know what, that's the general aim, so that's going to give you 1 mark. So you need to define two aims, 2 mark for each aim, right? uh, So this is the elaboration, expansion of the two-factor theory of emotion wala aim to test out the two-factor theory of emotion, in which then they elaborated the two-factor theory itself. Okay. To test that when physiologically aroused, there is no immediate explanation for it. Uh, do we describe feelings based on available cognition? So basically, when your body is reacting in a certain manner and you don't know why it's acting its way, do you use cognitive evaluations to find out what emotion should you feel? ठीक है. So again, इसके अंदर बहुत सारे aims हैं, right? All you need to do is remember 2 of them, ठीक है, and yeah, that's it. ये भी aim वाला सवाल है. So this is all paper 1 by the way. Paper 1 के अंदर थोड़ा बहुत रट्टाफिकेशन है कि तुम्हें aim word for word याद रखना पड़ेगा, right? Or use the main terminologies. See, also तुम्हें paper 1 के you need to find out कि यार ये main terminology इस study के अंदर क्या है? Cognitive labels main terminology है, physiological arousal main terminology, right? So you can write the same thing, different wordings. For example, क्या कहते हैं, thought process लिख दोगे cognitive labels की जगह, but it will not count क्योंकि in the two-factor theory of emotion उन्होंने जो word specifically choose किया ना, वो cognitive label किया हुआ है. So you cannot use another wording to say the same thing क्योंकि theoretical words तुम्हें exact same रखने पड़ते हैं. So basically अभी तक they want to check this phenomena के भाई ये सच है कि नहीं. सो अभी तक हमने एम किया हुआ है. ठीक है, अभी तक कोई मसला. ठीक है. अब कहानी शुरू होती है यहाँ पे. ठीक है ना. So to find this, to check this study out, ठीक है ना, they go to a University of Minnesota, right? And वहाँ पे बच्चे होते हैं, स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं, right? वो कहते हैं यार हमारी स्टडी के अंदर अगर आप हिस्सा लोगे ना तो हम एग्जाम्स के अंदर एक्स्ट्रा क्रेडिट आवर्स देंगे. तो basically 2 extra credit you will get if you wanna take part in the experiment. So this is a volunteer sampling क्योंकि क्योंकि लोगों से पूछते हैं अगर आप हमारी स्टडी के अंदर आओगे तो आपको ये मिलेंगे. So people then knowing this reward system they volunteer. जिसको एक्स्ट्रा पॉइंट्स नहीं चाहिए वो हिस्सा नहीं लेगा क्योंकि they're good to go. जो बच्चे फेल हो रहे हैं शायद वही वॉलंटियर सैम्पलिंग के लिए आएंगे कि हाँ यार फेल हो रहे हैं 2 पॉइंट बचा लेगा हमारे हमें. तो दैट्स व्हाई देयर गोना take part in the study. One important thing to note is that ये सारे लोग जो है male हैं, so there's no female in the study. So this will be a concern with generalizability. ठीक है ना. Also ये सब University of Minnesota के बच्चे हैं, so it is concentrated in one place. It is not a diverse population, so वहाँ से भी generalizability का मसला है. The only thing that can salvage this generalizability का मसला is the 184 number. So gender is not good in generalizability. University of Minnesota एक जगह है not looking good for generalizability. The only thing that can save it is okay, you have many people, so it can be generalizable only to males because of the 184 number. But uh, so they took अच्छा किसी researches sources के अंदर 185 है. The and they are correct, but at the end you are left with 184 students क्योंकि one chooses to back out. ठीक है. So even though initially 185 थे, one has withdrawn from the study. So at the end 184 हो गया था. So ethically, from an ethical standpoint, this also gives you something to look out for. Okay, they allowed one student to withdraw, so right to withdraw की evidence शुरू से ही यहाँ पे मौजूद मिल जाता है. Another ethical standpoint from this study is okay, when the students volunteered themselves, right, they didn't allow them to take part in the experiments directly. होता क्या है, द स्टूडेंट्स हु वॉलंटियर्ड उनका पहले मेडिकल एग्जामिनेशन होता है क्योंकि इनको एक सब्सटेंस इंजेक्ट करेंगे एंड यू वांट टू फाइंड आउट कि विल दिस सब्सटेंस बी नॉन हार्मफुल फॉर द पीपल हु केम, राइट. किसी के साइड इफेक्ट्स हो सकते हैं, किसी को एलर्जिक रिएक्शन हो सकता है. सो द मेडिकल रिएक्शंस records were checked to make sure that the participants are good to go in the study. So this is also ethical because you kind of protecting from them from harm uh, शुरू से ही. So when you wanna do the ethical evaluation for this study के भाई two-factor theory of motion के अंदर participants were protected from harm, they're gonna ask how. You're gonna say get the medical records were checked before the experiment began so that the sample who volunteered did not have any side effects due to the substance that is gonna be injected inside them. ठीक है. All right. At the end होता क्या है, ठीक है, you all, there's always going to be a confusion okay, when we're going to talk about the result at the end of the study, right? So this number is going to drastically reduce to what 173. So at the end तुम पूछोगे यार 173 बच्चे हम बोल रहे हैं, शुरू 184 था. या तो होता है कि once the experiment was finished, 11 students in the 184 people got suspicious of the results, and because they were suspicious of the study, they kind of figured out what the actual study was. So that's why their results were kind of messed up. So that's why हमने इनका रिजल्ट जो था डिस्कार्ड कर दिया, मतलब हमने इनका रिजल्ट इस्तेमाल ही नहीं किया क्योंकि because their behavior was kind of not in line with what the other students were doing because they got suspicious. That's why at the end of the study we're going to consider the results for 173 kids, not these 11 people. सो अच्छा शुरू में नहीं निकाला था, वो रिजल्ट्स एनालाइज करने के बाद पता चल जाता है कि कौन सस्पिशियस था. भारत. सो दे डू आस्क दीज क्वेश्चंस, भाई कौन सी सैम्पलिंग टेक्निक इस्तेमाल की, किस तरह सैम्पलिंग टेक्निक इस्तेमाल किया. तो वॉलंटियर सैम्पलिंग के अलावा तुम्हें बताना पड़ेगा वॉलंटियर सैम्पलिंग किस तरह करवाया कि 2 extra points मिलेंगे एक्स वाई जी, यू नो. They were cleared with the student health services by checking the medical records XYZ. ठीक है ना. What is the strength of using volunteer sampling in this study? So एक क्वेश्चन होता है what is the strength of using volunteer sample, लेकिन एक क्वेश्चन होता है जिसके बाद इन दिस स्टडी कर. तो एक होता है वॉलंटियर सैम्पलिंग का जनरल एडवांटेज क्या है, एक होता है कि सिंगर साचर के लिए वॉन्टेड सैम्पलिंग का एडवांटेज क्या है? सो दिस इज द सेकंड वर्जन कि सिंगर साचर के लिए वॉन्टेड सैम्पलिंग एडवांटेज क्या है. तो you know that in their experiment someone is going to get injected. So when we're talking about injections here, right, you need to understand कि यार volunteer sampling के अंदर बच्चे खुद volunteer करते हैं even though they know what's going to happen to them. So when they know what's going to happen to them कि इनको injection लगेगा उसके बावजूद they're going to take part in it, the chances are that not many people are going to back off. But if you drag people on your own, opportunity sampling करते हो and then you're going to inject them, हो सकता है कि many will back off क्योंकि they took part in your study not because of their own free will, but volunteer sampling whether you're 100% sure or mostly sure that people who are coming in my experiment know what's going to happen to them, so they're okay already with what's going to happen to them in the future. So that's why only one withdrew. हो सकता है opportunity sampling करते बहुत से लोग भाग जाते हैं. So that's the advantage. ठीक है. Yeah. So let's suppose okay, we're done with the sampling process, right? We have the 184 kids, good to go. So I guess one by one बच्चे आते हैं, and one by one जो बच्चे आते हैं, we tell them this particular script. We'll tell them exactly that in this experiment we would like to make various tests on your vision, and we are particularly interested in how the vitamin compound and vitamin supplement affects their visual skills, right? In particular, we want to find out how the vitamin compound called ciproxin affects your vision. So if you know the experiment शुरू से अगर पढ़ा होगा एक दफा भी, you know this is fake. So this is the fake false aim that is being communicated to the students in the study. So यहाँ पे शुरू से you can say कि यार deception हो रहा है, and this is the proof of deception. So that's -1 point for ethics, right? So students are not being given informed consent. All right. दूसरी बात ये, what we would like to do then is if we can get your permission. All right, this sentence is important because they do ask this one final time, and this is the one final time in which you can say no. So they do ask for consent, but it's not informed consent because informed consent वो consent होता है जब उनको पूरा information पता हो. But the students are gonna give consent, but they don't know the full information. So it is just consent. It's not informed consent क्योंकि यहाँ पे झूठ बोला गया. So they're gonna say कि भाई हम आपको इंजेक्शन लगाएंगे, इंजेक्शन जो होगा ना harmless है. So, however, since some people do object to being injected, we don't want to talk to you into it being anything. So, would you mind receiving a Suproxen injection? If they say no, Allah Hafiz Rata. And that this is the point where this one kid withdrew. This is that point where this one kid withdrew. Otherwise, the all other 184 people decided to go on, right? So this is, you need to remember this because this is where the false aim happens. Why do you tell this? Why do you need to use the false aim? Because you want to keep the participants in the dark, because if they find out what's really going on, the results are going to be very, very different. So that's why करना पड़ता है. ठीक है. So this is the false. अगर पूरा याद नहीं होगा, ये बोल्ड में लिखा हुआ ना, ये याद कर लो. They do ask कि भाई false aim जो बताया था वो exactly क्या होता है, या पूछेंगे कि क्यों बताया था, फायदा क्या है बताने का. So they don't change their behaviors. All right. So once the students have been told the false aim, and once they say yes, then you go on to giving them injections, right? Acha. So the injection is given by a doctor. ठीक है. So that's also ethical क्योंकि कोई अनाड़ी injection देता, कोई नस puncture कर दिया, मसला आ गया. So even though injections there, it was given by professional doctors. So I guess it's ethical because you're making sure that the process is harmless as possible. All right. Please remember this. Whatever we're injecting in them, right? इसका जो impact आएगा ना जिसम के 2 से 5 minutes में आने वाला है. So once you take that injection, 2 minutes ऊपर हो गया, you're gonna start feeling the impact of the injection. And yeah, I want you to remember this time frame, okay? Is gonna play a very important role. ठीक है. All right. So once we so यहाँ पे सबको पता है कि Suproxen है, and we're gonna inject them. So, but I need to tell you that it's not really a vitamin compound, Suproxen. The injection, in actual sense, it is adrenaline, right? So we're injecting people with adrenaline, and they think it's Suproxen, but it's not. It's a lie. So people are gonna be given adrenaline. अच्छा, लेकिन जब हम adrenaline injection देंगे ना, हम उसके अंदर कुछ variations करेंगे. So there's four variations. One group is told कि भाई हम आपको Suproxen लगा रहे हैं, लेकिन आपको Suproxen लगाने से ना ये impact आएगा. So hands will shake, heart will go fast, and your face will get warm, and the blood will rush to your face. If you think about this, this is the exact side effect that you have when you're given adrenaline, right? So the people who are told कि हम आपको vitamin दे रहे हैं, but उसके अलावा they were told कि आपके साथ ये होगा. This is the group that is going to be known as adrenaline informed group. Informed का मतलब ये कि these people, even though they were lied about adrenaline, but they're told the correct impact of the adrenaline. So they're informed about the correct impact of the adrenaline. That's why we're going to call them the adrenaline informed group, जिसके ना correct side effects बताए हैं injection के. But we also lie to them कि हम इनसे बोलते हैं कि आपको injection लगने के बाद ना क्या कहते हैं, हाँ, आपको इंजेक्शन लगने के बाद 20 मिनट तक साइड इफेक्ट्स आते रहेंगे, राइट? सो दैट्स व्हाट वी टेल देम कि 20 मिनट तक साइड इफेक्ट्स आपको आते रहेंगे, ठीक है ना, वंस द साइड इफेक्ट टेक्स प्लेस, ठीक है. एंड दिस 20 मिनट्स इज इंपॉर्टेंट, ठीक है. आई एम गोना टेल यू व्हाई. अच्छा, सो बेसिकली इंजेक्शन लगने के 2 मिनट बाद इनको ये चीज़ें महसूस होना शुरू हो जाएंगी. एंड ये कितनी देर तक महसूस होंगी? इनको 20 मिनट तक महसूस होंगी, राइट? दिस टाइम फ्रेम इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, राइट? सो लेट्स सपोज हमने इनको इंजेक्ट किया, 2 मिनट बाद ये सब चीज़ें महसूस करना शुरू हो जाएंगे फॉर एग्जैक्टली 20 मिनट्स. देयर वर द अदर ग्रुप जहाँ पे हमने इनको भी एड्रेनलिन दिया, बट एड्रेनलिन लगाने के साथ हमने इनको ये बोला. सो वी टेल देम द रॉन्ग साइड इफेक्ट्स. सो जिस ग्रुप को हमने एड्रेनलिन लगाने के बाद गलत साइड इफेक्ट्स बताया था, दिस इज द एड्रेनलिन मिस इन्फॉर्म ग्रुप. सही है. सो एक को करेक्ट साइड इफेक्ट्स पता है, सो देर एक्सपेक्टिंग दीज थिंग्स टू हैपन टू देम. एक को गलत साइड इफेक्ट्स पता है, सो देर एक्सपेक्टिंग दीज थिंग्स टू हैपन टू देम, राइट? लेकिन दोनों को एड्रेनलिन दिया था. तीसरे ग्रुप को हमने क्या किया? तीसरे ग्रुप को एड्रेनलिन देते हैं, लेकिन उनको हम कुछ नहीं बताते, ना ये वाला बताते ना ये वाला बताते. सो they're expecting nothing. They're not expecting their heartbeat to go crazy. They're expecting nothing. But all of three of them were given adrenaline. So इस ग्रुप की एक्सपेक्टेशन कुछ और है, इस ग्रुप की एक्सपेक्टेशन कुछ और है, इस ग्रुप की एक्सपेक्टेशन कुछ और है. And the last group is given the placebo. Placebo is क्या कहते हैं, a fake compound that you use to trick people into thinking they got the actual compound. होता है ना कि बच्चों को दवाई खिलाने की, you just give them toffee and the thing is दवाई. तो वही सीन है. तो यहाँ पे जो इंजेक्शन का सब्सटेंस था, that was not adrenaline, it was just नमक पानी. तो इनको नमक पानी इंजेक्ट कर दें इनके body के अंदर. And they were also told that it is mild and harmless. So this is the only group that did not get adrenaline. This is the placebo control group that they got the saline solution. And but they don't know कि saline solution. All they know is that's the proxen. And they were told this के भाई तुम लोगों को कुछ नहीं होने वाला. ठीक है. So at the end you have these four groups. The adrenaline informed group. अच्छा, adrenaline की जगह कभी कभार बुक के अंदर adrenaline की जगह epinephrine लिखा होता है. So epinephrine is the chemical compound name for adrenaline. It basically means the same thing. If you write adrenaline, if you write epinephrine, doesn't matter. All you need to know that there were four variations of injection given, जिसके अंदर एक को correct side effect बताते हैं, एक को गलत बताते हैं, एक को कुछ भी नहीं बताते, और एक को नमक पानी देते हैं. ठीक है. And all of these groups have different expectations now of what's going to happen to them. Is that clear? All right. So I want to ask you this. Based on this understanding, ठीक है ना, कौन सा डिजाइन है ये? What design is this study gonna be in? Independent measures, correct. अच्छा, क्यों independent measures? क्योंकि लॉजिक इसके either you can be in this group or you can be in this group. मतलब you can be in one of these four. You cannot take this injection, have this told to you, then take this injection again and have this told to you, then have this take this injection again and have this told to you. It won't work, right? So you are gonna be क्या कहते हैं, in one of these क्या कहते हैं, four groups. All right. So basically, if you know के IV, sorry, जो groups हैं चार हैं, right? So there are four conditions. And now you need to know कि जब हम IV की बात करते हैं, right? Sorry, conditions की बात करें. You need to know कि जो conditions हम बनाते हैं, the conditions are based upon क्या कहते हैं, the IV, right? अगर तो IV के चार levels है तो चार conditions होंगे, right? So when you once find out what are the conditions के base पर आसान हो जाती है कि IV को identify करना. So the IV is gonna be the क्या कहते हैं, injection that is given to them or the information regarding the injection that's given to them. So that's why informed one IV level is going to be the correct side effect being told with adrenaline. Another level of IV is going to be the wrong side effect told with adrenaline. The another IV is going to be nothing told with adrenaline, and the last is going to be the control group. जहाँ पे you give, जहाँ पे absence of the IV होता है. So once you find out what are the four conditions, once you find out group division किस बात पे हुई है, you need उस वहाँ से ही IV आसानी से पता चल जाता है. So that's the IV के चार levels. All right. So you need to remember these as well कि भाई हर ग्रुप को क्या क्या बताया गया. तो they do ask कि भाई epinephrine in ignorant as an adrenaline group जिसको कुछ भी नहीं बताया था, उनको क्या बताया था कि भाई there were no side effects, mild and harmless, right? So that's why you would know, you need to know this. यहाँ पे जो पूछा है वो है epinephrine misinformed condition. So the group that is given the adrenaline but were told the wrong side effects, उनको क्या बताया गया था? They were told to expect some side effects such as uh, going numb, itchy sensation, headaches, right? And they were told कि जो side effects होगा that's going to be last for 20 minutes, right? So यही चीज यहाँ पे हुई है. So you need to remember हर चीज का side effects precisely. Alright, so अभी तक मैंने जैसे बोला कि once you know the groupings, उसके बेस पे तुम्हें IV ढूंढना बहुत आसान आता है. तो अभी तक हमने ये किया है. अभी ये ऊपर वाला IV मत देखना. ये क्या है, एक IV हमने मालूम कर गया भाई, इंजेक्शन सीन है. मिसइंफॉर्म, इन्फॉर्म, इग्नोरेंट, प्लेसिबो, दीज आर द फोर levels of IV for the injection IV. सही है. तो इंजेक्शन इज IV, इनके फोर लेवल्स सामने लिखे हैं. ऑलराइट, सो लेट्स सपोज हमने इंजेक्ट किया एंड देयर फोर डिफरेंट ग्रुपिंग्स. नाउ इन्फॉर्म को अलग कर दिया, इनको अलग कर दिया, इनको अलग कर दिया, इनको अलग कर दिया. यू हैव फोर ग्रुपिंग्स, ठीक है. ऑलराइट, उसके अलावा अभी तक कोई मसला फोर ग्रुपिंग्स के बाद? सही है. अच्छा, नाउ थिंग्स आर गोना गेट थोड़ा बहुत क्या कहते हैं, कॉम्प्लिकेटेड, ठीक है ना, बट आई विल ट्राई माय बेस्ट टू मेक इट इजी. सो अब भूल जाओ कि भाई लोगों को इंजेक्शन लगे हैं. हम थोड़ा सा अलग कहानी शुरू कर रहे हैं. सो नो मैटर व्हाट पार्टिसिपेंट वी हैव, फ्रॉम द इन्फॉर्म, फ्रॉम द प्लेसिबो, फ्रॉम द व्हाटएवर, whoever it is from these four, it won't matter. The procedure that we're gonna do now is gonna be same, whoever it is. So what's the procedure? So P is the participant, and the participant is joined by the stooge. Stooge is a guy who's in collaboration, ठीक है ना, with the experimenter, right? So these two are teammates, right? ये दोनों साथ हैं, but participant को पता नहीं होता कि ये दोनों team है. All the participant thinks कि ये stooge है ना, ये भी कोई और participant होगा. But what the participant does not know कि stooge is not a participant, ये experiment का कोई ना कोई researcher के team का part है. So that's what the stooge means. So all the participants think कि यार ये दूसरा stooge भी participant है, but that's not true. He is actually a stooge. So participant and a fake participant meet the experimenter, right? And then the experimenter tells them, okay, you know what, participant meet the other participant, right? So they introduce them to each other, and the participant and the experiment make sure कि भाई ये पार्टिसिपेंट को बोलता है कि स्टूज भी पार्टिसिपेंट है. ही टेल्स अ लाई टू द पार्टिसिपेंट के सामने जो बंदा है वो भी पार्टिसिपेंट है. सो ही इज अगेन decepting. So there's so many deception going on in this study. So when they're formally introduced, right, once the participant thinks the other guy is the participant as well, आगे हम बढ़ते हैं. उनको बोलते हैं कि भाई आप दोनों को सुप्रोक्सिन का इंजेक्शन दिया हुआ है, एंड यू नो कि दोनों को नहीं दिया हुआ, सिर्फ एक को दिया हुआ है, स्टूज को नहीं दिया हुआ इंजेक्शन. कि आप दोनों को सुप्रोक्सिन का इंजेक्शन दिया हुआ है, राइट? अच्छा, you will have to wait 20 minutes for the suproxen to kick in, and then we're going to begin the experiment, right? Again, I'm repeating, you will need to wait 20 minutes for the suproxen to kick in, and once it kicks in after 20 minutes, then we can begin the experiment. So now you guys wait for 20 minutes क्योंकि अभी तक आपके अंदर suproxen का effect side effect नहीं आया. This is a lie क्योंकि you know कि once the adrenaline is given, the impact shows after 5 minutes or 2 minutes. So by the time they get here, right? By the time they're here, they're already gonna be experiencing some impact of the adrenaline. Say it. But they don't know it's adrenaline. All they know is suproxen. So obviously they cannot figure out कि भाई हमारा जिस्म के अंदर अभी से ही रिएक्शन इसका शुरू हो गया. So they believe the experiment कि हाँ यार वाकई suproxen का effect या 20 मिनट तक kick in होगा. So they wait. But now there's a very clever thing I want you to notice कि भाई ये 20 minutes ना 30 नहीं है, 10 नहीं है, 15 नहीं, 20 is 20 for a very specific reason. Okay, now you know this person, the participant is gonna have some adrenaline jumping around him. ठीक है, adrenaline इसके अंदर react कर रहा है, and he's supposed to spend the 20 minutes in this situation, right? The waiting situation, which is not gonna be a waiting situation, it's gonna be something else. You're gonna see what. So we know कि इसके अंदर अब adrenaline active हो चुका है. How long does adrenaline stay active for? Once it is active, 20 minutes. So once the 20 minutes are up, ठीक है ना, it is not gonna be कि आ जाओ आप हम experiment करते हैं. It is gonna be the end of the experiment क्योंकि whatever that you need to check, whatever the experiment is gonna happen now. And this guy doesn't know it's gonna be an experiment. All this guy thinks it is gonna be the waiting period जिसके अंदर से कुछ करवाएंगे. He does not know that this is the actual experiment. So that's why they were told to wait 20 minutes, because this is a duration that we need to observe him when the adrenaline is active. ठीक है? So this is what this is the lies they were told. So once they were told this, they were led into a room, and उस room के अंदर ये चीजें थी, right? There are 5 to 6 objects: a hula hoops, folder, paper, rubber bands, and pencil, right? ठीक है? Yeah. So they were led in this room, taken up with these things. And you need to remember the procedure step by step, ठीक है? कि what they were told, क्या क्या बताया था, ठीक है? So अभी तक तो this is general. ठीक है? This is told, this is the same thing done with everybody in the experiment. ठीक है? And now things are going to get different. In some situations, this stooge will be playful, will try to create a happy atmosphere. सही है? In some situations, the stooge is gonna be angry and he's gonna create a negative atmosphere. ठीक है? अभी तक तो स्टूज ने कुछ नहीं किया, अभी तक तो एक्सपेरिमेंटर का सारा काम था. सही है? तो इसके बाद द स्टूज विल टेक ओवर. ठीक है? And it would depend कि if he is the happiest, मतलब it will depend कि what he does. Will he create a happy atmosphere or will he create a negative atmosphere, right? So जिस condition के अंदर स्टूज जो है हैप्पी एटमोसफियर क्रिएट करता है, दैट इज गोना बी दी हैप्पी स्टूज. सही है? जिस सिचुएशन के अंदर स्टूज नेगेटिव एटमोसफियर क्रिएट करेगा, दैट इज गोना बी नोन एज द एंग्री स्टूज, राइट? सो व्हाट्स गोना हैपन कि द हैप्पी स्टूज विल is gonna mess with people or is gonna create the happy situation for all of these. सही है? मतलब इट डज, मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि इसके अंदर सब आएंगे, इन्फॉर्म वाले भी आएंगे, मिस इन्फॉर्म सब आ रहे होंगे, एंग्री वाले में भी सब आ रहे होंगे. ठीक है? डज नॉट मैटर कौन सामने खड़ा हुआ है, ऑल यू नीड टू नो कि स्टूज अब क्या करने वाला है. ठीक है? So one person can come from ignorant, वहाँ पे happy stooge मिल गया. One person can come from misinformed, वहाँ पे angry stooge मिल गया. All in all, everyone is gonna have some stooge. ठीक है. So at the end, this is what our experiment is gonna look like. So even though ये भी IV है, ये जो IV नीचे है, that's the injection. इसके 4 levels है. Stooge भी another IV, इसके 2 levels हैं, right? So all in all, you have what? How many such conditions? Like एक, दो, तीन, चार, पाँच, छः, सात, आठ. एंग्री के अंदर 4 होंगे, हैप्पी के अंदर 4 होंगे. सही है. सो दैट इज व्हाट दे मीन बाय द सेकंड आईवी. तो इसके स्टडी के 2 आईवी, एक तो इंजेक्शन वाला सीन है और एक स्टूज वाला सीन है. द इमोशनल सिचुएशन, या तुम स्टूज भी लिख सकते हो, एंगर और हैप्पी स्टूज. So do you get how are the two IVs and how these participants are classified into two IVs? इतना समझ में आया? Is there any doubt? या हाँ सही, आगे बढ़ सकते हैं. जरा सा भी कंफ्यूजन पूछ लो, मसला नहीं है. ठीक है. और एक मुझे 1 मिनट देना. और ठीक है. सो what I'm gonna tell you, ठीक है ना, is what's gonna exactly happen in the happy situation. Then I'm gonna tell you step by step what's gonna happen in the angry situation, right? So अभी तक ये जो step है, right? This is gonna be the same. So this is the prelude. It can lead to either a happy situation or it can lead to either an angry stooge, right? Does not matter क्योंकि ये जो 3 steps हैं, it is gonna be the same. This is the time when things get different. So if the stooge is gonna be a happy one, this is what's gonna happen. The experimenter is gonna apologize for the room in being chaos. क्योंकि चीज़ें फैली हुई हैं. And then once he apologizes, he's gonna tell the guys to help themselves to any materials in the room while they wait. ठीक है. So once this is done, the experiment leaves and the stooge takes over. And this is by the happy stooge situation. So the stooge inserts the stooge क्या कहते हैं, introduces himself and makes icebreakers, taking out, lightens the mood वगैरह, introduces himself, lightens his mood. And once he lightens the mood, होता क्या है? He plays with the items in the room in front of the participants. So yeah. So the way he does this, ठीक है ना, is very standardized. वो अपना आपको introduction करेगा, icebreaker देगा, and he's gonna play with the item. And this is the same sequence of behavior that is gonna do every single time when he is the happy stooge, right? So this is rehearsed, and these sequence of events are always gonna stay the same. And इससे क्या होता है? This is gonna make standardization, right? So whether it's the informed person, ignorant person, misinformed, yeah, placebo wala banda hota hai, the stooge will do the same sequence of behaviors. This is going to make the experiment very, very standardized. And once the procedure is standardized, right, it's going to impact, well, it's going to increase the validity for the experiment. Also, एक और चीज तुम्हें याद रखना है. So the stooge, right, he doesn't know कि सामने कौन सा वाला बंदा आया है. He does not know कि participant जो है informed है, placebo है, misinformed है. The stooge does not know. Oh, the only thing the stooge knows कि what he's supposed to do. He does not know कि the participant को क्या बोला गया. So the stooge himself does not know कि participant को क्या बोला गया. And obviously the participant himself does not know कि इसके साथ क्या हो रहा है, right? So both of them are blind एक तरीके से. So it's going to be a double blind study whether when the participant does not know कि उसके साथ क्या होने वाला है and the stooge itself does not know कि participant कौन सा situation से है. So once they're double blind होता है कि participant की तरफ से biasness नहीं आएगा and stooge की तरफ से भी biasness नहीं आएगा. So इससे क्या होता है, the experiment is more valid as well, right? ठीक है. So this is how they increase the validity of the study by keeping the stooge blind to the participant situation, and the participant obviously does not know what's going on. So it's a double blind experiment. All right. So once the experiment begins, होता क्या है? There is like a one-way mirror, ठीक है ना? In the room, just at the other end, there are going to be two researchers observing the participant. So because the two researchers that's going to observe one participant, right? What they're looking is what they're going to observe the participant in this situation, and they're gonna at the end of the day compare their observations of the same participant with each other. So researcher number one, researcher number two compares their observation, and इससे क्या होगा, there's going to be inter-rater reliability where they're going to make sure that they rated the participant same, ठीक है ना, so that there's no discrepancy. So this is what inter-rater reliability does. अगर एक बंदा चेक करेगा, हो सकता है किसी बायसनेस आ जाएंगे. दो बंदा चेक करता है इसलिए करता है ताकि बायसनेस ना आए. But at the end they compare the recording so that they make sure that uh, क्या कहते हैं discrepancy ना आए. So that अच्छा. All right. So now you know the stooge is gonna play, ठीक है ना. उससे पहले he's gonna make icebreakers. उससे पहले he's gonna introduce themselves. When I say the stooge is gonna play, he also has a standardized sequence of the things that he's gonna engage in play. The stooge always plays in this order, ठीक है. सबसे पहले क्या करेगा, he's gonna draw a fish, then he's gonna make a paper ball, then he's gonna throw it into the dustbin, and he's gonna miss it on purpose. Then he's gonna make a paper airplane, then he's gonna shoot a rubber band, and then he's gonna do a hula hoop, right? And this is the same for every single participant that the stooge encounters in his happy situation. This is the same sequence event that he does, so this is also standardized. अच्छा. So अब होता क्या है, we are not concerned with what the stooge does. We're actually concerned कि जब ये stooge हरकतें करता है, what is the reaction of the participant gonna be? So yeah. अच्छा, by the way, you need to know that what the stooge does in the euphoria condition, right? You need to know this. अच्छा, joins in activity का मैं बाद में बताता हूँ होता क्या है, but you need to know what the stooge does यहाँ पे. So what the people wanna watch in the other room is that what the participant does. So the participant can do one of these four things. If the participant joins in any activity with the stooge, वो participant को category 1 में डाल देते हैं. If the participant starts something else in presence of the stooge, हो सकता है कि you know what, hula hoop को डस्टबिन के अंदर मारना शुरू हो जाए, let's suppose. So that comes under category 2. If the participant completely ignores the stooge, मतलब मुंह ही मोड़ लिया, देख ही नहीं रहा, category 3 के अंदर आएगा. And if the participant just watches the stooge, फिर वो category 4 के अंदर आएगा. So basically the people in the other room, they were supposed to assign a category to the participant, right? अच्छा. And basically the participant can be categorized in activity 1 if they do any of these behaviors, right? Even if they draw a fish, ठीक है ना, इसका मतलब है कि they're doing what the stooge does. If they draw a paper ball, they're doing what the stooge does. So if the participant chooses to do any of these 5 activities, तो वो category 1 के अंदर आ जाएगा, and that's what they mean by joins in activity. ठीक है? So if the participant does any of these behaviors, they're going to be classified as category 1, that is joins in activity. So that's what they mean. इस पे कोई मसला? क्या है? So this is a paper 2 question. And you're going to find out how they relate research methodology concepts with certain studies. So you get the single researcher के अंदर the experimenters noted these 4 things. So they were also noting the average of actions that were initiated by the participant for each group. ठीक है? कि euphoria condition के अंदर what is the average amount of action that is initiated by the participant themselves. So they're asking how is the क्या कहते हैं average calculated. So उसका answer होगा that's generic answer, ठीक है ना? And one advantage of the mean कि भाई it represents our score, ठीक है ना? It's a summary of all score, वो सब ठीक है? So this is something that we've discussed, ठीक है ना? And this is just how they ask you questions that is statistics related with certain studies. ठीक है? They're not going to ask you to क्या कहते हैं give you an entire set of data and उसका mean निकालो, ऐसे नहीं करवाएंगे. They're just going to ask you कि calculate किस तरह करते हैं. It's like the opposite of math. Math के अंदर you're supposed to do it. यहाँ पे बस बताना था कि मैं ये करूँगा. So बस ये पूछते हैं यहाँ पे. All right. So whatever it is, right? ठीक है ना? The participant is going to be assigned a category. ठीक है? Now we come on to the anger situation, right? So we're gonna leave off. Okay, let's suppose ठीक है ना? ये था, ये था, ये था, right? They're introduced into a room. So once they're introduced into a room, right? इसको हटा दो. Once they've been introduced into a room, right? If the experimenter says this, कि you both have been given approximately 20 मिनट इंतजार करना पड़ेगा, लेकिन जब तुम 20 मिनट इंतजार कर रहोगे, you know what? Complete a questionnaire. So when the experiment says complete a questionnaire, you know it's gonna be an anger situation. So this is a cue for the stooge ke bhai, now you're gonna be angry. If the experiment says ke help yourself to the objects in the room, the stooge knows ke he's gonna supposed to do a happy situation. So once the stooge hears ke we're supposed to do a questionnaire, the stooge knows ke it's gonna be anger situation. So anger situation में क्या होता है? They both sit at a desk and complete a questionnaire. ठीक है? The questionnaire is 36 items long, and they both are gonna fill the questionnaire separately. If you see this question 7 के example क्या है, question 13 के example क्या है, question 28 के example क्या है, question 36 के example क्या है, the क्या कहते हैं, the further you go in the questionnaire, the more personal it gets. ठीक है? So this is supposed to, and this is done by purpose. This is supposed to क्या कहते हैं, make the other person who's reading this purposefully angry. ठीक है ना? ये गुस्सा दिलाने के लिए इस तरह डिजाइन है. तो होता क्या है, while these two people are filling the questionnaire, always on question number 28, right, the stooge will do a particular set of behavior. Question 28 पे क्या करेगा? The stooge will get up, tear the questionnaires, कचरा फेंकेगा जमीन पे angrily, and he's gonna shout these exact words: I'm not wasting time anymore. I'm getting my books and leaving. And वो कमरे से बाहर चले जाता है. ठीक है? Stooge always does this right after he reaches question number 28, right? ठीक है? And क्या कहते हैं, now you want to find out कि what does the participant do in the study, in the situation. Does he क्या कहते हैं ignores, does he just watch the stooge, ठीक है ना, will he give a neutral response, will he agree or disagree with the stooge, right, or क्या कहते हैं will he debate with the stooge, मतलब उससे, मतलब एक होता है stooge ने initiate किया and the participant supposed to respond. Category 4 is that does the participant start something new himself, ठीक है ना, तो इस does the participant initiate something by their own. तो इसके अंदर 6 कैटेगरीज हैं, ठीक है. यहाँ पे स्टूज का बिहेवियर स्टैंडर्डाइज होता है, राइट, एंड द स्टूज डज नॉट नो कि सामने वाला बंदा जो होगा क्वेश्चनर जो बढ़ रहा है वो इन्फॉर्म है, मिस इन्फॉर्म है, प्लेसिबो है या क्या है. सो दिस इज ऑल्सो स्टैंडर्डाइज्ड एक तरीके से, जिसकी वजह से वैलिडिटी बढ़ जाती है. Alright, so describe the procedure in the anger situation after the participant met each other. They were told कि भाई 20 मिनट तक आपको क्वेश्चनर्स पढ़ने हैं, right? So when they're filling the questionnaire, the stooge began to show anger, right? So once they're filling the questionnaires, right, the questions got more personal as you progressed. At question number 28, right, क्या कहते हैं, the stooge will क्या कहते हैं, tear up the questionnaire, throw the pieces on the ground, stamp out the room, and say, I'm not wasting any more time, I'm leaving, getting my books. And the participant's behavior was observed through a one-way mirror, and the participant's behavior was noted in one of these 6 categories. ठीक है, तो तुम्हें हर चीज़ का प्रोसीजर भी मालूम करना पड़ेगा, इसके अंदर स्पेसिफिकली क्या हुआ, उसके अंदर स्पेसिफिकली क्या हुआ. So why was the procedure standardized? ताकि यू नो व्हाट वैलिडिटी हाई हो, ताकि कोई और वजह से क्या कहते हैं पार्टिसिपेंट का जो एंगर रिएक्शन है वो प्रोवोक ना हो, ठीक है, रेप्लिकेबल हो, राइट, एंड वैलिड हो, एंड एक्सटर्नल वेरिएबल कंट्रोल हो जाए, वो सब चीज़ें. Alright, so at the end of the day, this is the summary, right? Happy stooge for all these people, anger stooge for all these 4 people, but at the end होता क्या है कि ये लोग जो ना एंगर स्टूज के अंदर प्रोसीजर तो करते हैं, लेकिन रिजल्ट जो होता है ना, रिजल्ट्स नहीं, सॉरी, हाँ, रिजल्ट जो होता है ना वो एफिनेफ्रीन मिस इन्फॉर्म, जिस एड्रेनलिन, वो वाले ग्रुप जिनको गलत इन्फॉर्मेशन बताए हुए थे, राइट, उनका रिजल्ट काउंट ही नहीं करते क्योंकि इनका रिजल्ट इतना हास नहीं आता. सो वंस दे एनालाइज द यूफोरिया कंडीशन का रिजल्ट, वो दे फाउंड कि यार यूफोरिया के अंदर ना एफिनेफ्रीन मिस इन्फॉर्म का अच्छे रिजल्ट नहीं आया था, तो एंगर सिचुएशन में उसको कंसिडर ही नहीं करते. So this is that's why epinephrine misinformed is missing in the anger situations, right? Now you know why. क्योंकि they did not give any interesting result. तुमको दोबारा टेस्ट करना फजूल था दूसरे सिचुएशन के अंदर. So that's why anger situation has 3 type of participants, and the euphoria situation has all 4 type of participants. ठीक है. So बहरहाल, whether it's the euphoria situation or whether it's the anger situation, right? At the end होता क्या है, the experimenter returns into the room, checks the participant pulse, and gives them a questionnaire. And once they fill the questionnaire, right, the experiment announces that the experiment is over and the participant can ask any question they would like. So basically, in the anger situation, the participants are going to fill 2 questionnaires. एक तो वो जिनको दिया गया होता है ये वाला, and दूसरा ये वाला जो नीचे लिखा हुआ. Euphoria situation, the participants are supposed to fill 1 questionnaire after they play. After the experimenter enters into the room, they're supposed to fill out this questionnaire. So euphoria वाले 2 questionnaire करते हैं एक तरीके से. You can see कि एंगर वालों के लिए क्या क्वेश्चनर था एंड यूफोरिया वाले के लिए क्या क्वेश्चनर था. It's a rating scale. I don't feel irritated at all, or I feel a little irritated, or I feel quite irritated, I feel very irritated, and I feel extremely irritated, right? And they're supposed to rate from 0 से लेके 4 तक. The higher the participant rate, the more angry they are. Same for the happy situations. ठीक है. All right. And obviously, it's the 2-factor theory of emotion. तो उनका physiological reaction भी check करेंगे, right? So physiological reaction check करने के लिए ये वाला question पूछते थे. Palpitations हुई anyway, tremors हुए anyway, and the participants gave the answer इस तरीके से. So 2-factor theory of emotions यहाँ से check हो रहे हैं, physiological experiences यहाँ से check हो रहे हैं, सही है. एक चीज आता है cognitive label. Cognitive label जो होगा ना उसको हमने मैनिपुलेट किया एक तरीके से. I'm gonna tell you why. लेकिन this is the entire experiment in its context. अच्छा, now I'm gonna ask you, right? And this is where the cognitive label wala scene will come into play. Euphoria situation के अंदर तुम मुझे बता सकते कौन सा ग्रुप सबसे ज्यादा खुश महसूस हो रहा होगा? हाँ, यूफोरिया में से कौन सा वाला खुश हो रहा होगा? यूफोरिया तो है लेकिन इसके अंदर चार हुआ है ना, तो उन चारों में से कौन सा? फिर फिर मिस इन्फॉर्म, उसकी रीजन बता सकते हो? आई नो कि थोड़ा बहुत हो सकता है मुश्किल ना, बट ट्राई टू गिव इट अ शॉट. हाँ, but isn't everyone experiencing adrenaline spike because everyone's giving adrenaline सिवाय placebo? But still, even if it's ignorant, misinformed, yeah, informed, everyone's getting adrenaline. So all three of them, this applies to all three. So what's unique about ignorant? Just because they're gonna be the most happiest. Say it, say it. I know what you're saying. थोड़ा और elaborate करो. So उनको बताया कुछ और था, होता कुछ और है. अब इस discrepancy की वजह से why would they feel heightened emotion than other people? Think of the cognitive label. यहाँ पे cognitive label का factor आता है. It's like this. एक होता है कि भाई माँ को बोलते हैं यार एग्जाम में ए आने वाला है, ए आने वाला है, सही है, आता ए है, और जो बोला है वही आ गया. सिचुएशन नंबर वन. दूसरा सिचुएशन होता है यार मैं सी आने वाला है, आता ए है. तीसरा सिचुएशन में फेल होने वाला हूँ, आता ए है. किस सिचुएशन के अंदर माँ ज्यादा खुश होगी? क्यों? अच्छा, जिनको एड्रेनलिन दिया उनको बोला आप कि आपकी मतलब जिनको भी दिया, एक को बताया कि भाई तेरा दिल का धड़कन तेज होगा, सही ना, ये वो चीज़ होंगी। एक को बोला गया तुम्हें सर में दर्द होने वाला है, कोई खुजली होने वाली, एक को बोला गया तो आपको कुछ नहीं होने वाला इस इंजेक्शन से। सो लेट्स सपोज कि अगर मैं स्टूज के सामने बैठा हूँ और मेरी हार्ट बीट इंक्रीज हो रही है, आई एम द गाय जिसको बोला गया कि इंजेक्शन की वजह से हार्ट बीट इंक्रीज हो रही होगी। सो वुड आई से कि यार इन्फॉर्म वाला अगर मैं बंदा होता, मुझे पता है कि इंजेक्शन की वजह से हार्ट बीट इंक्रीज हो रही है, स्टूज का कोई कमाल नहीं। सो यू नो व्हाट, I am not happy. This is the injection that is going to be the cause of my physiological reaction. Will I explain it in this manner? I'm going to attribute it to the injection and not the situation. So hence I'm going to say, okay, I'm not feeling happy. This is the injection. That's what it's doing. It's not happiness. Will I say this? If I'm the informed guy. And अगर misinformed होता तो मैं बोलता यार ये जो मुझे चीज़ें हो रही हैं इस सूच की वजह से ही हो रहा होगा, क्योंकि इंजेक्शन ने तो कुछ और करवाना था मुझे मिस इन्फॉर्म वाले सिचुएशन के अंदर। सो विल आई से कि हाँ जो मैं महसूस कर रहा हूँ खुशी ही है, इंजेक्शन नहीं है, क्योंकि इंजेक्शन कुछ और करवाता मुझे। विल आई से दिस इफ आई एम द मिस इन्फॉर्म गाय। सो इन इग्नोरेंट वाला का भी है, तो वो एक्सपेक्टेशन वर्सेस वो सीन है। तो cognitive label for the informed guy is the injection, कि heartbeat is increasing, why? Because of the injection. So that's why I'm not happy. This is an injection that's doing its work. बाकी दो ये कह सकते हैं यार मुझे होना कुछ और था, मैं महसूस कुछ और कर रहा, तो this definitely must be the stooge that is eliciting happiness in me. So hence their cognitive label is कि the stooge is का the मतलब the euphoria is coming because of the situation. So it's real euphoria, not artificial euphoria caused by the injection. I think artificial euphoria caused by the injectional explanation would be given by the informed wala guy. But that's मुझे सही से रिजल्ट्स याद नहीं है, but that's and same for the anger. So the anger का भी यही हो सकता है कि हार्ट बीट से तेज हो रहा होगा क्योंकि because of the injection, and हार्ट बीट से तेज हो रहा होगा क्योंकि I'm actually mad. Bharat. State one of the questions that used to measure physiological conditions, right? So ये physiological conditions के लिए ये questions है. One methodological strength from this study. Methodological strength मतलब के पूरे प्रोसीजर के अंदर क्या क्या चीज़ अच्छी थी, वैलिडिटी था, स्ट्रेंथ था, ठीक है ना, रेप्लिकेबिलिटी मतलब रिलायबिलिटी थी, ठीक है ना, वैलिडिटी थी, कंट्रोल कर दिया, ये वो सब चीज़ें। सो दिस इज द रिजल्ट्स, ठीक है ना। मैंने बोला था कि कुछ लोग को हमने निकाल दिया था क्योंकि वो सस्पेशियस हो गया था, और हमने कुछ लोग को निकाल दिया था क्योंकि उनके ऊपर एड्रेनालिन का इम्पैक्ट ही नहीं आया, इंजेक्शन लगाने के बाद भी उनकी फिजियोलॉजिकल रिएक्शन चेंज ही नहीं हुई, तो हमने उनको भी फेंक दिया। हमने बोला यार ये दीज पीपल आर इम्यून टू एड्रेनालिन, तो इनका स्टडी करना फायदा नहीं। तो 5 पीपल वर डिस्कार्डेड वहां से भी, सही है कि इनको पर एड्रेनालिन इम्पैक्ट ही नहीं कर रहा, मैं क्या स्टडी करूंगा। सो 5 पीपल, सो लोग निकालने के बाद ये ब्रैकेट के अंदर फिगर्स आते, सही है। जिनके अंदर लोग नहीं निकाले वो ब्रैकेट में फिगर्स नहीं है। सो ब्रैकेट वाले तुम फिगर्स को कंसिडर करोगे फाइनल रिजल्ट्स के अंदर। सो दिस इज द पल्स चेंज, सबसे ज्यादा तुम पल्स चेंज बता देख सकते हो किसके अंदर हुआ, जिसको एड्रेनालिन दिया गया था। और सबसे कम पल्स चेंज किस में नहीं हुआ, तुम देख सकते हो प्लसीबो वाले के अंदर, जहाँ पे नमक पानी था वहाँ पे पल्स रेट चेंज नहीं हुआ। यू कैन ऑल्सो सी कि पल्स रेट जो था इन यूफोरिया के अंदर कम है, और पल्स चेंज जो है एंगर के अंदर ज़्यादा है। सो एंगर डज इंक्रीज योर पल्स रेट ज़्यादा। भारत, ऑल यू नीड टू नो कि भाई अगर तुम्हारे फिजियोलॉजिकल रिएक्शन प्लेसिबो से ज़्यादा हैं, इसका मतलब एड्रेनलिन काम कर रहा है। सो पल्स रेट, पाल्पिटेशन, यू कैन एंड ट्रेमर्स, यू कैन सी के सबसे ज़्यादा है एंड प्लेसिबो के सबसे कम है इन बोथ द सिचुएशंस। इसका दिस इज अ कंफर्मेशन कि यार हाँ एड्रेनलिन काम कर रहा है। सो दिस इज अ कंफर्मेशन। अगर सबके इक्वल होता है, आपने आपको एड्रेनलिन जो मिला था वो बेकार एड्रेनलिन था, काम नहीं किया। सो इस जैसा कंफर्मेशन का हाँ एड्रेनलिन इज इट डूइंग इट्स जॉब या नहीं। सो फ्रॉम दिस फिगर वी गॉट टू नो कि एड्रेनलिन इज डूइंग इट्स जॉब, ठीक है। एंड ऑल्सो एंगर के अंदर पल्स रेट ज़्यादा था एज कम्पेयर टू यूफोरिया। ये क्या है, एक मिनट, या अब यूफोरिया वाले सिचुएशन के अंदर मैं रिजल्ट के अंदर डाइव इन करूंगा, ठीक है ना, बट द रिजल्ट्स, ठीक है ना, आर गोना बी इन डेप्थ, ठीक है। सो आई एम गोना सेव द रिजल्ट्स फॉर द अनदर टाइम, ठीक है ना, सैटरडे के लिए, ठीक है। So we're done with the official procedure. All we have to do is dive into the results, get the conclusion, and analyze the study of what's the entire weak point and what's the entire strength of the study. ठीक है। So भारत, अभी तक कोई चीज़ जो प्रोसीजरल वाइज कोई समझ में नहीं आया हो, स्टेप बाय स्टेप कि इसमें क्या हो रहा है, इसमें क्या हो रहा है, ये सब समझ में आ गया? ठीक है। वर यू एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड यहाँ पे टू फैक्टर थ्योरी ऑफ मोशन किस तरह टेस्ट कर रहे हैं बाकायदा? ठीक है। So that's it. I guess I'm gonna sign out and see you on Saturday.